Hey, we're at ICO Pitch Day with DNA and the godfather of cryptocurrency, Brock Pierce. Brock, how are you doing?
I'm wonderful.
We're
Good to be here.
super happy to be here. So excited about Puerto Rico. We have a bunch of colleagues going out. Can you tell us a little bit about your initiatives in Puerto Rico and especially the OneCoin and some of those initiatives?
Puerto Rico is a place that is very much in need of support right now. They've been, kind of drawing the short end of the stick for a long time, and just a series of circumstances, unfortunate events, all culminating ultimately in a hurricane when, there were already many issues present. Created that perfect storm, which is an opportunity that in that time of incredible loss, an opportunity to rebuild, to upgrade, and so Puerto Rico is obviously already started in its restart, and a number of us are going there to help them in their restart, and that is, supporting the local entrepreneurs, figuring out what the needs are, on the ground, whatever the humanitarian issue might be, or what the needs are from just, permaculture, how to make better use of the land, and teaching, understanding from the people there what they need, what the issues are, and then figuring out how to bring in the complementary skill sets to help them learn or partner up or get the resources, whatever it is that they need to make the most of their situation. And there's a large number of us that, live lives in service, that are there to help Puerto Rico with its restart. And I'd say it's off to a very good start. We've got Restart Week coming up around the corner. And wow, it has gone so far beyond what I could have expected in the amount of time that we've had. The quality of the people that are coming up, the events and things that no one's even aware of. It's Puerto Rico has a PR problem. I think this event is showing up with the right intentions, and it's going to help put Puerto Rico back on the map.
You're definitely giving it a sexy, cool factor. The founders of our company, Vezt, Robert and Steve, are heading out there on the 14th. What can they do, in terms of spreading the message? Where should they go? How can they best support your initiatives?
Well, I mean, the main advice I try to give everyone always is, the intention by which what you're coming. It's by no means a gold rush. Puerto Rico is battered and broken in some ways, and they're fixing it, and they've got all the potential and will. We're just there to help, hopefully, make that a more fluid and speed up the process, because of all the opportunity that exists to do things as well as can be done today, building things in a way that can withstand predictable weather conditions and all the likes. But the best thing I'd recommend is show up or get involved. Find the Telegram groups, get onto Twitter, start following the media, get to restartweek.com. But try to come down, whether it be for this event or after the event. And the first thing is get to know the island, get to know its history. Take a little time to visit this enchanted island that is like paradise. It's beautiful. It just needs some fixing.
Right.
It has all the potential in the world. But get to know the island and get to know the history, going back to, 1492 and onward. Understand these most interesting 500 years of history where Puerto Rico has been at the center of it in so many ways. And if you're a superhero with superpowers, meaning you've got skills that you've developed over the course of your life, like Malcolm Gladwell would say, 10,000 hours, those are the superpowers that you've nurtured and, brought to go give them. Share them with Puerto Rico with no expectation of anything in return. Once you've learned the island, understood its history, and shown up in service and helped in a place where help is needed, you've created the foundation. You've set the stage for yourself to hopefully be able to do great things in Puerto Rico, in support of Puerto Rico, but eventually as a one integrated unit called unity. And that's what I'd say. And for people that have certainly gone through and made the effort to do those things, I am there in every way I possibly can to support you, because you've shown up right. You've shown up with the right intention, and you've done it through action. You don't have to come do those things to get a hold of me. Again, I'm trying to be responsive on Twitter and everywhere as best I can. Please bear with me. It's hard. There's a lot of things happening right now, but it's good things, and it's a good thing to get involved with.
I think it's such a fantastic message. You've always been the biggest proponent of Bitcoin. I first heard about it from you at a dinner 6 years ago. I had no idea what it was, but it represents peer-to-peer decentralized power in a sense, and you represent the masses rather than a consolidation of the power. How can the technology truly help Puerto Rico? I'm fascinated by the answer to that, and as well as the initiatives of the OneCoin.
Yeah, so I mean, the blockchain is, a big part of that decentralization movement from an enabling technology perspective. The culture is the most important part of it, which is why I keep talking about intention and these types of things. But yeah, the blockchain as an enabling technology is going to make a lot of things transparent. It's going to shed a lot of light on things. It's going to create a world with more honesty and truth, and people, doing the right thing, hopefully. And the one project is this crazy idea of, what if I give all my money away before I even have it all in possession? It seemed like an interesting idea, and so I'm going with it. The idea is that there's a lot of things on this planet that are voiceless. And how do you give a voice to the voiceless? And then as you start thinking more broadly, what are all the things the world needs? If you wanted to create macro buckets, what would those buckets look like? And how would you create the support structure to enable the resources and, call it the intellectual capital, the human capital, the financial capital, and all the things necessary to start to tackle the world's biggest problems? How would you go about doing that? Because if you're going to give everything away, hopefully it's to a good cause that actually has a material impact. And, we're in the business of getting creative and designing things that have never been done before. And it scales like it's never been done before. So I'm mostly interested in the culture and how, I believe that the technology path is already set. There's no changing that. The only thing that can be really modified right now is the tone. And so I'm trying to pay attention to the frequency, and help with the vibration and tone. And so one is a grand idea to give it all away. Warren Buffett, Bill Gates are going to give it away when they die. I'm going to give it away before I even benefited from it.
Is this a form of universal basic income in a sense?
No, I don't think that that's one of the many things that need to be. That's one of the problems in the world is, income inequality and all these sorts of things, and, poverty. But that's one of a myriad of issues, and we're going to try and tackle everything.
I love the message. Any closing remarks?
Well, nothing but, I encourage everyone in times of this economic sort of prosperity, which has happened for a lot of people in this space, is it's easy to get caught up in the money. The money is not and shouldn't be your main motivator. And it's normally the opportunities that emerge to make moral and ethical compromises that are going to enable you with more money are the things to be wary of. This market is filled with regulations, like I've been telling everyone for many years. I mean, that's been that is what I've been saying for many years, is be aware. of the fact that this is not an unregulated market. This is a very regulated market, and maintain absolute integrity, do things right, and be aware of the rules. Because in these types of changes, in these moments, this is big change. And I'd hate to see good people be harmed for doing good things due to naivety. So make sure you're aware of what you're doing. Understand securities law and understand all that you can in these areas. The repercussions for not knowing these things can be very severe. And I'd hate to see good people getting hurt.
I love your message. I love your epistemology. Thanks so much for joining us on CryptoLux and Vezt.
Thanks again for having me.
Thanks so much.